Okay. Is it officially live? Hello, everybody. Well, ooh, I'm shaking my camera. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Little John's Yarns. I'm Alicia. If you're noticing something, I have somebody here. Oh, I hear an echo. Oh, do I have something on?
No, that was me. I'm sorry.
Okay. If you notice somebody that I have here today, we have the amazing Shanna Givens. Shanna Givens. She is the most amazing Graphghan designer. She is an author, writer, designer, teacher, businesswoman, and she's the woman that wears a Graphghan cape. Everybody, welcome, aka Stitch N Diva. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on.
Oh, so how you doing?
I am good. I am wonderful. Hot, but I'm good. I can't complain.
I know. Everybody, like usually when I start a live chat, I say, tell me what time it is where you are. What time is it where you're at? You're in
2 p.m. I'm in Eastern. I'm in New Jersey.
Okay, I'm in Pennsylvania, so we got it's 2 o'clock right now. Where's everybody in the live chat? Where are you from? And are you familiar with the famous Stitch N Diva? Let me see. Let's see who's here today. We have our regular. We got TDSM19 and Anonymous Amy. Who else? Charlie Berry. Charlie's Angel. She says hi from Pompeii.
Pompeii Beach.
Yes, thank you. My tongue got tied. Do you see anybody you recognize here?
Yes, I do. Hi. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of you guys on here. I'm so honored.
Okay, so everybody, what we're going to be talking about here today are Graphghans. I reached out to you guys about a couple weeks ago about what I should do on my live chat, and many of you said, teach me how to do a Graphghan. And guess what? I have no clue. So the very first person that came to my name was Shauna. You're excellent and all this. So can you tell us like a little bit about yourself and how long have you been crocheting?
Yeah, so I am just an average chick that just sit home. I don't do too much of anything. I just sit home and crochet, and I do blankets, I do scarves, I do clothes, baby things. I've been doing this for 8 years now. My aunt taught me, and I started doing it just a little bit just to help out because I like charity work, so I like to give out for charity. And then it just started becoming a hobby into something that I love, and now I share the love to other people, and I get excited when everybody else talk about Graphghanning. And if you don't know what it is, I'm that chick that tell you exactly what it is because I know exactly what to say and how to say it. Graphghan. A lot of people don't understand, but the graph is like the chart, and the gan is like an Afghan. You put it together. It's the chart with the Afghan blanket. So it's Graphghan.
You are entirely too modest. You're like, I'm the average lady. Guys, I was talking to her earlier this week. She is somebody that I aspire to be. Yes, she does Graphghans, but she has made this her career. This woman has we'll get into this later. There's a story behind her career and all of her greatness, which is absolutely amazing. So you're this average person that just crochets. All right. So when did you begin Graphghanning? How did this become you? You're known for this.
Okay, so my aunt is in her 80s, and she's the one who got me out. I was always depressed, so she got me out the house, and she said, come and hang out with the ladies, hang out with the girls. And that's how she is, hang out with the girls. So I said, okay, but I never wanted to go. And then finally I decided to go. She had like 5 other ladies, and they were all like 70s and 60s and 50s. So I said, okay, this is gonna be real short and sweet. But I saw that they were giving out hats and giving out blankets and sending it to hospitals and for charity, and that is something I love. And I said, let me try it. But I can't do just the average stitch. I have to do something different. So I just started researching different things, and I saw that out there were something called Graphghan and photo, and I saw a couple of photo the photography pictures. I saw some of those, and then it just started clicking. I met this lady from Canada and she had a group called Graphghans Are Us, and she's like a granny that does all kinds of Graphghans. She actually taught me how to do the Graphghan with PC Stitch, which is the software that I use, and she taught me a lot of the basics. She even graduated me to be an admin for that group, and I just kind of sort of took over.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden everybody was like, can you make this, can you make that? And that's what I did. I was making it and just giving it out to everyone. I wasn't selling it, I was just giving it out.
So this group, is that the your current group, Graphghan and the Restless, or
no? Her group is no longer active. This was like in 2012. That's how long ago it was. Her group is no longer active. I had like 3 groups until I have the one that I have now, which is Graphghans and the Restless.
Yeah.
So those other groups were Graphghans Unlimited and Graphghans Are Us. And now I have Graphghans and the Restless.
Okay. For the people who are not exactly sure what Graphghan, do you mind if I show them your Instagram page?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Me not being as technologically, let's see if I can. Oh, how do I get the screen share? What, I messed it up. Wait, I'm going to get it. Here it is. Screen share. Found it. Share my screen. Share it. Come on. Is it shared now?
Oh,
I'm supposed to click on one. Here we go.
Yeah, you got to click on one.
I got it. Here we go. Let's share her Instagram. Can you guys see?
That's me.
There we go. Now look at some of this work. Is this you? Did you do this?
So that is just a mock-up.
Okay, I'm like, Lord of mercy.
But that is my current project. That's what I'm currently doing.
This is gorgeous. Hold on, I got to scroll through some more. Here we go. Is this mock-up? Mock-up also.
That's a mock-up as well. That is my pictures of my graphs that I sell on my Etsy page.
Oh, and everybody, if you would like to look at any of her work, or she also has a free class. All those links will be down in the description box below. She has an ebook on how to Graphghan. That's in the description box. All her information is down below. But look at this amazing work. So can you tell me exactly, describe, if you can, a Graphghan?
A Graphghan is basically a photo that you can take and put it into a blanket. You're crocheting it. It could be single crochet or half double crochet or even Tunisian. I do, myself personally, I do half double crochet. Now, a lot of people are nervous with it.
I like some half double crochet.
I love half double crochet. That's like my favorite. It also makes your blanket a little bit larger. So I just like to make it a little bit larger. But it also, for some reason, I'm quicker. I don't know why, but I'm just quicker with doing half double crochet. So, yeah, I take any image. I don't like to just use images off of Google. So I usually take everyone's, I would say, you know, what do you like? What are your colors? What is your favorite character? If you like characters, if you're having a baby, I ask different questions like, what is the baby shower? Because sometimes I could take the baby shower invitation and make it into a blanket. I just take different ideas of what they have and collaborate it and make an image. I also do design. What is it? Graphic design. So I know how to make images, and those images that I make, that's what I do. I make them and put it into a graph, and then I crochet it.
You're like a jack of all trades. But
I try.
Next question, I forgot. Okay, guys, if you'd like to, you can always donate to any one of your favorite influencers that are on a live chat. You can donate through Super Chat. If you, here we go, look to this way. If you're on a laptop, you'll see a little $sign. Or this lovely lady over here. And down below, you'll see a little $sign. And when you do donate, one of these lights will go off. You'll see on $4.99 and down, the disco light will go off. $9.99 and down, the bubbles and the disco light will go off. $10 and up, the balloon, the bubbles, and the disco light. Oh, and if anybody donates, Shanna has a special gift. What did you say you were going to do?
So what I'm going to do is, if you give any super chat for our lovely, lovely lady, I'm going to give you a free pattern, a free graph. So just hit her up with any super chats, and I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you free grafts so that we can start. Even if you have not crocheted, we're gonna get you to crochet a Graphghan, and you could definitely use your free graft and make it.
All right, here we go. We have a question. Let's see if I'm going to do this right. We have a question from Charlie's Angels. How much are grafts, and do you have an Etsy? And I may have missed it. One, if you donate to Super Chat, you also get a free graft. But also, tell me about your Etsy shop. Do you have one of those?
I sure do. My Etsy is Creative Stitch N Diva, and I only use it for my grafts. So I have a whole lot. I have like over 100 grafts on there. And if you don't see anything that you like, let me know, because I may have it. I have over 1,000 grafts.
Oh, we have a super chat, and I can't get somebody.
Yay!
There we go. Who donated? I can't see who donated.
Green. Yay!
We got the
Yes, Jacqueline, you are.
Oh, let me get my pencil. I should probably write down everybody.
I got it already.
Thank you. You were way smarter.
It's already done. With my famous Creative Stitch N Diva pen.
Did you do I have the link to your shop? How do we get that? I want one.
This is my I put my business card on pen, so that if anybody asks me for a pen, this is how I make money too.
Okay, guys. After we're done talking about Graphghans, we're getting into her business mind. If you are the type that wants to sell your own handmade items, I thought I was pretty good at selling stuff, but when I was talking to my girl Shanna, you know, you have so many extra tips that Wait, we got another one.
Yay, Gwendolyn.
Thank you. Cheers. Raise your glass. These girls will get you tipsy.
Oh, yes. Yes. Let's keep going.
I've never seen somebody market themselves better than Stitch N Diva. She got a pen. Show me your glass.
Shanna. I love my name. I never did before, but now I do. So.
You have a beautiful name. Oh, and thank you so much, Gwendolyn. Cheers. She says, love your page. Ooh,
Aww.
Here we
go. We got another one.
Aquarian Queen. Everybody, I love me some Aquarian Queen. She is one of our moderators to our live chat. I always say AKA Letty, but that is your nickname. So scared of doing Graphghans. Can you please put a graphic on a slouchy hat? Ooh.
I
Oh, we did put the lights. I forgot to put the lights. Wait, we have another one. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Laura.
Yes, Laura.
I'm getting too excited. It is hot. It is hot. I was telling Sean, I'm like, I didn't wear sleeves today because I sweat and I'm smart. You guys recommended I get a fan with a little spritzer spritzer on it.
I can't even put my glass down, you guys.
Oh, Lori. Wait. Cheers. Wait. I can't get all the buttons right.
Listen, we're going to be giving away a lot of grass today, Leisha.
I know. Lori is another one of my favorites. She's here every single weekend. And I was on her Facebook today, and she's making her own yarn. So I want to learn how to spin yarn.
Oh, yes. I do want to learn that.
That is pretty. One more. We have another one from Charlie Berry.
Charlie Berry. That's my girl. Yes.
Wait, Charlie from one of your groups?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Cheers. Here. Oh my goodness. All right. We got Victoria Price said cheers, and Aquarian Queen. Oh, we have another one. Marion.
Marion. Oh my God.
Cheers. Oh my goodness. This thing is loud. Wait, Cynthia. Wait, we got
Cynthia. Y'all gonna make us. We're gonna be so out of it. I'm gonna be drinking up the whole bottle.
Oh my goodness. Cheers, ladies. Cheers. Okay. Let me take a breather.
Yeah.
Wait, we got another one. Don't put it down. Roxanne.
Okay, Roxanne. Okay.
Wait, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. We'll just press them all. Cheers. Thank you so much, Roxanne. All right. We are going to get back to this. Oh, and if you have any questions right now about Graphghans, put it in the comments now. And if you can do me a favor, if it's a question about Graphghan, put exclamation points in front of it and type your question so we're able to see it, that we know we need to bring it up to the front. All right, let's get back into these questions.
We're not driving, BZY Peaches. I'm not driving. I just wanted to say something about BZY Peaches real quick.
Yes.
She has a graph of a pattern of mask in her Etsy shop. And I decided to use her mask pattern and I started adding my graphs to it. So I used her pattern and then I just tweaked it a little and added my graphs. And so that's what I do. Like I just take whatever. I take whatever and I just add little graphs to it. Yes, I can do hats. I can do just about anything that I put my mind to.
Apparently, you know what? And you're like succeeding. Man, that is gorgeous. Let's see if anybody had any. Oh, we have something. Let me pull it up. I see question marks. From Left is Right Crochet with Sandy. She has her own YouTube channel. Guys, make sure you check her out. Suggestions for left-handers to follow Graphghans and written patterns. Do you have any suggestions for those people?
I do. So my aunt was left-handed and right-handed, so she taught me kind of both ways. And when I teach how to do the graph, we definitely show you if you're left-handed or right-handed. Plus, I have admins that are left-handed, and we help each other.
Okay.
I don't do written patterns, but we are in the process of getting that started, written patterns.
Okay, we have another question I see. Let me pull it up. Question from Chantel. Graphghan question. How do you carry the colors of one of your yarn behind the other without it looking messy?
Pop, lock, and drop.
Well, what is that?
So I decided to use a method because a lot of people said that they had a problem with changing colors. And I do not weave, y'all. I do not weave in any ends. So my technique helps so that you do not have to weave in and so that you can pop, you can lock it in, and you drop. And you're basically changing the colors without cross-contaminating the colors.
Are you able, is that something you was able to show or?
I am.
Okay, let's do this.
I am.
All right, let's show how this works. Okay.
So we're going to do a little demonstration. I have everything already set up and I'm going to show how I do it. Let me share my screen.
Okay. And give me a second. That takes a second for me to pull it up for you.
Okay.
Look at us being crazy. She taught me how to do this. She set up a second camera. I didn't know how you could do it.
Yes, this is awesome, right? So what I do is a method called pop, lock, and drop. When I crochet my stitches, all I do is, now see, I'm doing half double crochet. You don't have to do half double crochet, but I do half double crochet. I also do something called half double, the extended version of the half double crochet. Now, the reason why I do that is because I want to lock it in. So what I do is I stop when I have to change the color. I'm right here on this third row. So I would need 5, 5, and 5. In order for me to get that right, I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then now I'm going to, I'm sorry, wait 1 second. 4, actually, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I'm about to go to the next one to change my colors. I'm going to wrap it around my hook, pull through all stitches, yarn over, and pop it in. Pull out So you have 3 stitches on the hook. And then I just continue to go.
Ah,
Once I finish and I go to the next side, I do the same exact thing. The thing about it is, what makes this work for me is I do not need to weave in my ends. I don't cross contaminate, because as you can see, I have 3 different strings hanging. Now I have the one on this side, the one on that side, and then the one in the middle. And that's what works, because this is called Graphghan, which is also like Intarsha. I think that's how you pronounce it, Intarsha. So when you use Intarsha and not tapestry, it's a difference.
okay.
It's a difference.
I bring you back up. We have another super chat. Okay, girl, I cannot pronounce this. Are you good one? Can you try this one out?
I'm sorry. You clean.
You clean me. Wait.
Unique clean.
Actually, thank you so much. How about this? Cheers. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
You have
so you ladies, we're gonna get to you so that my admins, they're on here. My admins are on point, y'all. They're on here asking questions, answering questions. So we can't get to them. They are on point. All of them are on there.
Thank you. Where do you find all these amazing people? I mean, I do have my amazing Queer and Queen. I have J Hook Crochet. You have a ton of people. Wow, but wow.
They are on point. So what I find them, they actually find me. They find me.
You're a star. You are. When Graphghans, they think of you. All right, we got a question from Elise. What software do you use, and is it easy to upload images? My daughter draws, and I want to use her drawings as a blanket.
I could do that. So I use PC Stitch. Now, PC Stitch is really for cross stitching. So I taught myself, well, the lady in Canada taught me, and then I kind of taught myself how to do smaller versions, because if you ever use like Stitch Fiddle, or if you try to use a program online, sometimes trying to make it clear is kind of difficult. So that's why I use PC Stitch. And PC Stitch not only makes it easy to use, I'm able to clean it up and make the lines connect, because that is key to a good image. So yes, I can use any picture that is given to me and make it look just like that picture. And so when you crochet it, it's a difference. When you crochet it, it actually looks like the image. So if you use like Stitch Fiddle, or there's a couple of other ones out there, if you use those, you can't really clean it up too well, and it's still a lot of dots everywhere, and you have a lot of colors that you don't want to use, and that can make it can make it a little wonky. You don't want your stuff to look wonky. So that is why I use PC Stitch. And we got BZYPG, Miss Peachy.
Oh, we got another one? Oh,
this is Peachy.
Thank you. I have to take that one question down. I'm starting to get hot. Almost have to fill up another cup.
I do too.
But there was another question. Maybe I have to scroll up and find it. Where was it? And move this one off the screen. Here we go. I think. Oh, that's the wrong one. I can't find it. Guys, be patient with me. Scroll. Are you sweating over there?
I am.
I can't find the last question. I got it off. Here we go. It was somebody asking about if you ever made a Prince blanket.
I did. Well, not the blanket, but I have the grass.
Okay, so that was the question. So you answer that one.
It's in my Etsy.
And everybody, like I said, everything about Shanna is going to be in the description box. She has a free class. If you are confused and you need any help, check her out. It's in the description box. She has a group, Graphghan and the Restless. Check it out. She has an Etsy. Check it out. She has a book. Check it out. Everything you need to know, she gives. Oh, we got one from Aquarian Queen. Here we go. What are your favorite yarns to make the Graphghans? Can you give us yarn? Can you give us yarns at different price points that you recommend?
Okay. I sure can.
I like that.
So what I do is, in the beginning, what I did was I used so many different types of yarns. And the best yarn that I found was, I love this yarn, but I love this yarn is kind of pricey, right? So when you want good yarn for baby blankets, baby clothes, if you want to add that to your list, this is what I use. But let's say we making actual blankets and you just want it to be nice and soft. I found that this right here is the winner. This right here, oh my goodness. This had changed the game of Graphganning for me, okay? I bought, in the past like 4 months, I swear to you, I bought like 100 things. I swear. And then I had to buy this because I needed some place to put it all because I have so many. Like it's starting to get bad, y'all. It's
That's
starting
not
to get
bad.
bad.
We
It's
were
starting to
talking
get
about
bad.
last week. You are a yarn rescuer. You are a yarn connoisseur. You know, this is what you are. Somebody said they were a yarn foster parent to lost yarn from Goodwills.
I love that.
So you're okay. You don't have any issues.
How
That's
about this? 1980 Trisha.
oh, here we go. Okay. Do we have any questions? Let me hop back into some of my questions. There where we're at. All right. I get so far off track. All right. For like any type of Graphghans, do you need to know like any type of fancy stitches to do Graphghans?
No, but what I have been doing lately is when I do my pop, lock, and drop, I do the extended HDC or the extended single crochet. Reason why is because it's one extra step that can lock that in. So a lot of people say when I do color changing, it doesn't look right. And I can see the different colors changing. So 2 reasons why that can happen, because I believe everyone can do it. As long as you can crochet, you can do a Graphghan. The 2 reasons why is, number 1, a graph. You have to have a good graph, or else it's gonna look like you are like your crochet, your picture may be a little wonky. And that's because you have to have a good graph. If you do not have a good graph, you're going to look at it and say, oh my gosh, I'm not crocheting this well. But you could be the best crocheter in the world and it's not you. It could be that graph. And nobody don't realize it, but I show proof and I have proof. The other thing is you have the yarn, and then you have the pop, lock, and drop. So changing your colors, once you lock it in and you know how to change your colors well, you're on point. And that's what I teach my class, and that's what they learned. And all those, and I see them, those who could not crochet a Graphghan or kept saying, I don't know how to do this, they are doing it. I have proof of that.
Okay, we got another one for you. We got a question from Laura. Let me pull it up. Do you use bobbins, and how do you know how much yarn on each one?
I do. So I use I don't use bobbins. And the reason why I don't use bobbins is because I crochet so many orders. I just want to keep I just want to take the yarn and just keep going like this and doing like this. And because I've been doing it so much for the past 8 years, and I do it at least 4 to 5 times a month, I know exactly, and I make my own graphs. So I know exactly what to do, and I know exactly where, how much I may need. And I have no problem with that part. But I do show how to use bobbins in my class, and I have in the class different types of bobbins that you can use. If you don't even have to buy them, I even show that you can make them on your own. You could use the butterfly, tie it up like a butterfly. It's different ways you could do it. And also my grafts have, if you get any grafts from me, they have on here the type of yarn that you're going to use, and it has the color, and it has how many skeins you need.
We got another good one.
When will your
When's your next class start?
It just never ends. As of right now, I just been on the go because it's a class for those who are like busy. And so it's like you could do on your own. And I set Facebook up like a classroom. So all you have to do is you go in there and you start by units. And each unit tells you what next step to do. So when you go in there, it says, you know, go to this step, go to that step. And then I have live videos. I have recorded videos. I have one-on-ones. I have lives that I do twice a week, sometimes more. And not only do I do that, I also do mentoring, and I help them with their business. So right now, our class has homework, and our project is to find a customer. So I'm trying to explain to them how they're going to find a customer and sell Graphghans to their customer for Christmas.
That's amazing. Okay, we were just talking about, you know, what bobbins. How do you use those? And you told you don't actually need it. Is there any type of other equipment you need for Graphghans? Do you have to get special hooks? Do you have to?
Yes, I do. I found out, and I just realized you graduated to what I use. I saw your live, and you finally decided to use a clover.
Oh yes, where's my clover?
So this is my go-to. I tell everyone about a clover, and I tell everyone about furl. Reason why is because I got spoiled by my crochet sister. She's like a sister. Oh my God, I love her to death. Her name is Gail, and she's like my partner in the group, and she's my business partner in the class. And together we collaborate to teach others. The clover, it just so smooth. Now mine used to be Susan Bates, like yours. I love Susan Bates. Nobody could tell me nothing different. But once I used the clover, hands down, if you're going to crochet a Graphghan, that's the best thing to use. That and the furl. The two hooks that I use those two because you need to change colors a lot. So when you change colors a lot, you need something that's going to be smooth and you're going to go effortlessly. And that right there, that clover and that furl, is so smooth and it glides, and you'll be amazed on how much different your work will be.
Okay, I want to jump back for product placement. Guys, if you want to learn how to Graphghan, I would suggest first you go get the book. Second, you take that free class to go along with that book. So if you're like, I'm still stuck, you have one-on-one time. You can mentor. Use Shanna as your mentor and learn how to do this. Where else can you get this one-on-one teaching to teach you how to do this? I learned how to not YouTube. I learned how to crochet from my grandma. She's gone. Let's learn how to crochet from Shanna. She can do a thing or two. You know what I mean? You're so talented.
I'm excited. This is something that I love, and I would love to help others. I did have my class made a challenge for me. It's hot, right? My class made a challenge, and they challenged me to make your bat wing sweater with the Graphghan. So that's my challenge. I'm going to make the sweater with a Graphghan. So I'm going to figure out what type of design I'm going to make for it, and I'm going to do it.
Oh, that's awesome. We had a question from one of my buddies here. Can I pull it up?
Lori.
Here we go. I have a family member that wants a weasel sweater. Do you have a graph for that? Or do you do custom orders for like to make graphs?
This is the weasel sweater, right? Is this what you're talking about? Yes.
You do. You just pulled it up like you was ready for it.
I'm I'm on point. I don't play.
So that in your Etsy? What is this? What?
No, this is actually something I just looked up because I saw it. But I do have different graphs, and I could do that definitely. I never done it before. What I did do was a dress, a sweater dress, and the sweater dress has a what you call it, a lip. It's a biting lip on the front of it. That I did do. It was a dress that I gave to someone.
Oh, wrong one. Hold on. There's somebody else. Here we go. Catherine. I learned so much from the diva. Ooh, I like that.
Oh, Catherine. I love Catherine.
She said that with authority. You know what?
Diva.
You are the diva. And usually I say this every maybe 15 minutes. If you would like to help support this channel, you can always help support through Super Chat. Down below to the side, you'll see a $sign, or down below, you'll see a $sign. You can click that. When you do, I'll have one of these alerts, alarms, bubbles, lights, whistles, all that good stuff. And Shauna, she said she's going to, what are you going to do?
I'm going to give you some Graphghan patterns. We're going to make sure you get a Graphghan pattern.
Yeah, so whenever you donate, you'll get a Graphghan pattern, whistles and bells, and the cheers. Ooh,
yes.
That last time we were drinking. Okay.
We got another one.
What we do?
Charlotte.
Where? Let me scroll down. I gotta put on the stickers. Like
Charlotte. Yes.
Cheers. Thank you so much, Charlotte. Oh, we have a question. Here we go. Or's question. I am from Ireland, and do you post international? That can be expensive with blankets.
So, do I post international?
I guess you create graphs, so yeah, you sell international if you sell graphs.
Yeah, they're digital. They're all digital. So yes, definitely. Yes.
Here we go. I'm pressing buttons and I'm messing stuff up. Did I get it off? Let me turn off that light. Whew. Let's see if we have any other questions. Did I miss any?
Wesley sweater. Yes, we're gonna do that. I think that would be so cute. That sweater. So I do have something that I had wanted to show because I'm very visual.
Good.
So I think that people want to be visual because you're not really sold unless you see with your eyes. The reason why my class is #1. And free. So I have some pictures, and the pictures are just basically what the class is doing. And they went from not knowing how to doing what I'm about to show you now. And right now, not just because I do the class, but I'm just really impressed because a lot of them said they did not know how and they don't want to do it, but they are absolutely good. Okay.
Before you switch over, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Here we go. I was wondering, do I need to make a gauge swatch before I start a graph sweater?
Do you need to? Okay, so I never did one. I did my first one like a week ago, and I only did it because we were doing this. We were doing this this bib, and the bib came back real small, so I did that. But I never, ever did it before. But I also use patterns that other people do. So if the pattern suggests to use it, then I would mention to use it.
Okay. I make a lot of patterns. Guys, if you see a gauge swatch, follow it. I have so many people that says, I made your hat. It's too big. It's too small. Yeah. I'm like, well, did you try to gauge before? I'm not trying to be like a snob or nothing, but if you did the gauge swatch before, you would have known like, oh, my tension is looser than Dawn Yarns. Let me go down the crochet hook. So make sure you check the gauge.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the bib is something that we did. It was one of our last ones, and this is what they did. And I'm so excited to show, like, these are ladies who said that they didn't even know how to do these things. And we started off with like simple ones like the
Oh,
heart.
stop. Wait, stop. Oh, I'm sorry. I love piano. That is gorgeous. Is this one of
Yeah.
the numbers?
So this is what I did was I gave a bunch of practice graphs, and in the practice graph they were able to pick whatever they wanted and just make like little coasters or little tiny squares, and that's what they are doing. And that's what this is. And then we graduated to something a little bit larger, which was the bib. And then we this is something that I used for the mask. I use stuff like this for the mask because it's just that small. It's also small enough for a hat. I have hat graphs as well. The bib. Now, this is something that I used. My crochet sister, she made this. This is one of my really, really, really popular graphs. She did a phenomenal job with it. We did a onesie. This is baby clothes that I did. Yeah, and this is just examples of what we are doing. This is what we're doing right now, which is the overalls. So I just wanted to show you, these are ladies who said that they could not do it, and I'm just telling you that you can.
That is amazing. See,
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. I've been crocheting for 30 years since I was like, oh, maybe it's 31 now. I'm almost 40. So I've been crocheting for a long time. I've done like one graph pattern. It was just trees on a
Oh,
hat. It's like not a kufi hat, but what's the hat? It's like a pillbox hat or whatever. Somebody wanted trees across it. It was, if I had a teacher like you,
got super chat.
I did. I missed it. Who is it?
TDSM19
Oh, thank you so much. Let me put off the. Yes, is that? Yay! Thank you. Cheers. The bubbles.
and Ellen Evans.
Oh, another one. We're gonna put off the blue
Yes.
for that one. Woo! Thank you so
Yes.
much. And remember, when you donate through Super Chat, Shanna is nice enough to give away one of her free Graphghan patterns. And we're gonna have to go through all these and figure out everybody and find them.
Yep, I have all your names down. So if anything, we're going to find you.
Yes, we're gonna find you. And actually, if we cannot find you, I'm gonna actually down in the description box below, email me. littlejohnyarns@gmail.com. My email is down below. Email me to say, hey, where's my free craft? And I will get it to you. So if we can't find you, please, everybody who's donated through Super Chat, email me. We got another
Elise Walker.
Am I missing? Well, my
Elise
goodness.
Walker.
Blue, everything. Cheers. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Oh, there are a
This
few
is
there.
good.
I missed a few. Did you grab everybody's name? We got Elise, we said her, we had Ellen, and we had TDSM19. Awesome.
Yep.
Oh, wait, be wow. Love your channel. Thank you for providing all the content you typo. And now I got connected with the Diva. I'm super excited to trying this new technique. Awesome. Did I miss anybody else? Charlotte, we had her. Okay. Did I name everybody?
I have everybody.
Okay, I didn't want to miss anybody.
I have you all. I got you. Yes, you can translate the graphs. Elise Walker is asking a question.
Mm-hmm.
She asked if we could translate the graphs into C2C. Yes. Yes. All of my graphs can be used for C2C, or if you want to use single crochet, half double crochet. The only thing I do not suggest is double crochet because it distorts. See? It distorts your image. So for instance, this right here is single crochet. and this is double crochet. So as you can see, it distorts your image. So if you made a blanket like this and you use the graph for double crochet, it will look like you would need like a skinny or tall skinny basketball player, and that will make your blanket unproportional. So the best thing to do is to use single crochet or half double crochet, and it will be on point.
Okay, I got a question for you. What do you prefer, regular stitches or like a C2C blanket? Which is more complicated?
So I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. I do not like C2C at all.
Why not?
It looks babyish to me.
Oh, because it's real blocky.
Yes, and if you see my work and you see other Graphghans, you can see the detail, and it's so beautiful, and I love detail. You see all the beautiful detail, and I was told I make masterpieces. My Graphghans are masterpieces. You can't really do that with some of them because then it would be like a super huge blanket. So for C2C, it's also you're using a lot of yarn for C2C, a lot of yarn. So I personally don't like it, but there's a lot of people who do. So yes, I do have graphs that you could use for C2C, but I just don't like it. To me, it's more so for babies. That's in my opinion, it's more so for babies. But an actual Graphghan, a lot of people say they can't do it. But if you could do the C2C, you could do single crochet or half double crochet. And if you can't, come see me.
Okay, that leads me into like, what was the question I was about to ask? Oh, somebody had mentioned earlier, I missed their comment. When you make actual Graphghans of an image, what's the difference? Like with the actual person?
Okay, so if you understand like a illustration or a vector, which is like cartoon like, that's the difference between a photo and a cartoon like. The actual photo is like as if you're looking at a actual picture. So if you take a picture, I could do that in color, black and white, or sepia, which is like the old time color, like a Western color. So yeah, you could do those three, or you can do cartoon like, and a cartoon like is like an illustration, and
For,
those are the differences.
for the actual like crochet Graphghans of an image, does it have to be single crochet, or is it better with a half double crochet stitch?
Anything you want. It's not anything different. The only thing that's different is the actual graph.
Yeah.
Each graph is different. The same technique for everything. Same exact technique. I use my pop, lock, and drop. I use single crochet or half double crochet. Me personally, half double crochet. And I put all of my strings to the back, because when you do that, it looks good in the front for pictures, but it also looks good so that if you do have to weave it in, you don't want to weave it in from the front to the back because it kind of distorts your image. So I teach my class how to do it from the back.
When you're creating these like picture images, is it hard to find the perfect color yarn?
No, and the reason why is because I have the software for Red Heart yarn, so I tell you exactly what yarn you need.
Well, we got a super chat. Wait, I gotta put off the balloon. Thank you, Busy Peach. Can you create a graph of a person? Yeah, I just realized my bubbles aren't going off great. You know why? There's no bubbles in the bubble machine. Okay. Just air going off. Guys, excuse me as I pour some bubbles in the bubble machine.
Okay, I'm gonna answer Busy Peach question. Yes, you create a graph from a picture of a person? Absolutely. That's exactly what we were just talking about. I actually did one for a cousin of mine, and she passed. I also have one of a young lady, and I didn't even know. I knew she passed, and she was 14 years old, and it was a memorial. And I did the graph for her aunt, but I didn't know the seriousness of her situation. She was on the ID channel. So I found that a lot of people who ask me to do memorials for their loved ones, they are actual, like their stories are online. And when I watch ID channel all the time, and I actually see the pictures that their loved ones give me to do, and I'm like, wow, like it's like mind blown to me that I'm actually making grass for those people who pass, but it's a great keepsake. So I do that. I do anniversaries. I do anything. Even if you have kids who've never been in the same picture together, I can put them together and make it look like a portrait.
Oh, that's awesome. We have something from a Mama J Way. Miss Diva is phenomenal. I was wondering, do you knit too?
So I'm not great. I did knit. My aunt showed me the basics of knitting. She gave me my first knitting needles. But no, I do not knit Graphghans. I want to learn, but it takes so much time knitting. So I've never invested my whole entire time into doing it, but I do just a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah. And guys, if you have any questions, comment in the comment section. And when you do comment your question, put a whole bunch of exclamation points in front of it so I know it's a question directly related to Graphganning. Because I know you guys like to chat the side box, and I don't want to read something that was like going on between you. You know, it's weird. Okay, wait, we have a question. Here we go. Anonymous Amy, another one of my favorites. Let's pull. Where's you at?
Anonymous Amy.
Miss Diva, do you do any kind of regular crochet or do you just stick to Graphghans?
I do it all. I do it all. If you can see up there, that's clothes. That's a jumper up there. I do that. I do regular bags. I do regular clothes. If you look on my Instagram, you can see I just made a shirt for my sister, and I'm gonna put and it has no Graphghan on it. It's an actual regular shirt, and I'm gonna do some shorts to go with it. So yes, I do it. Oh, I do anything.
Okay, we got another one. Elise, how long on average does a Graphghan take to make?
So I'm sort of like that different type of person because I can do a Graphghan in like 2 weeks, sometimes 3.
Okay.
That's because I am home. This is my full-time job, and I get like blankets like I would say like 3 times a month, sometimes more, and you have to spit them out really quickly. So I give myself a time schedule, and I would crochet sometimes from like 9 to 5. I give myself breaks, I give myself lunch, but you have to be consistent and you have to do it. It took me time, but it definitely works. I am witness to it. I swear to you, it works.
Okay. We got another one from Elise again. Do you think grafts can be knitted?
Absolutely. Yes, they can. All of my grafts can be knitted. Tunisian crochet. I have a sample of Tunisian crochet. I do all of my bags, like tote bags and scarves with Tunisian crochet. Now this is a sample of Tunisian crochet. If you could tell, it's a different from
Pause.
yes. Angela, your friend.
She said crocheting forever. And Fran says, can your grafts be both crochet and knitted? She was just asking that.
Can your Graphghans be both crochet and knitted? Absolutely.
Now, look, now we got the bubbles. The bubbles is actually, oh, it's in my eye. Oh, Lord.
Oh,
the bubbles.
I actually think that's cool. I love that. Yay, Angela and Fran.
Cheers. How you feeling? Are you tipsy yet? I'm warm. See you sip. This is my second cup. You guys can't see, but off camera, there's my box of wine. I got it stationed right there.
I had somebody pouring a little bit in here.
You're a diva. That's why you got people pouring your wine. What do? Just put your cup and somebody just comes over with a glass and pours?
No, it sits right here, and I text them next, or send me some more water, or yeah.
You text next. Is this your supportive man?
That's my son.
Oh, your son?
I use my son.
That's all right. See, I use my daughter
Security
too.
is in here somewhere too. I have security. That's what I call my significant other in our group. He's in my group and they call him security. So security is in there supporting me as well.
That's awesome. Okay, I put the wrong person. Lily said cheers, but we had a question. Where is it at? Here we go. Miss Diva, can you buy the software for a computer to turn pictures into graph form?
Yes, PC Stitch. PCStitch.com is where I go. You buy it, it's $50, but there is a code, and the code gives it to you for $20. So instead of paying 50, you could do $20. The thing is, it's very tedious. So that's why I did a PC Stitch tutorial book. The book is an ebook. You could use it whenever you need it. So you don't have to like read it all at once. You could use it for like if you're having problems with text, you just go under text. If you have a problem with uploading or exporting a picture, you could go on that. And that is where I have everything. Pictures, I have videos, I have everything on the ebook. So if you get them all together, it'll be $70 because the book is 40. No, it's not 70, it's 60. So the book is 40 and the software is 20 with the code. So if that's what you would like, my email address is down there. You can email me and I can happily help you with the book, the ebook.
Yeah, everybody, all of her information is in the description box down below. We got her Etsy, we have her email, we got her free Facebook class, and we got her Graphghan group. Everything is down below. Let's see. We had one from Kim. How long does it take to make a custom pattern? I'm guessing not the pattern, but not the created fish product, but just the pattern itself.
The actual graph can take anywhere between 10 minutes to like 36 hours. It depends on what the graph is. Sometimes I could just do it just like last night somebody asked me to do something for our the overalls. So I did like 2 within like 20 minutes. And if it's a little bit harder, sometimes it takes like an hour or 2, or if it's an actual photo with color, it may take a couple of days because I have to literally sit in front of the computer for hours and hours and hours sometimes. So that's, yeah, it depends.
Did you teach yourself how to create these graphs? I mean,
yes. The more I do it, like I said, the Canadian lady helped me in the beginning, but what I did was I kept crocheting, and when I crocheted, I noticed the way my crochet looked versus the graph. So what I would do is I would change the graph to make the crochet look a little bit sharper, to make the crochet look like an actual image. So I know how to graph to make it look good so that your lines don't look crazy. If you have a whole bunch of little dots everywhere, that's not a good graph. It's not a good graph because you can see those little dots everywhere. I have
that one graph I did had like weird like dots at the very end, at the end of the stitch. Does that make sense? It was like a little boop, like a period mark at the end of my stitches. I didn't know.
That's what it is. So if you use, I'm not sure what you use, but if you use like Stitch Fiddle or something like that, what it is it's taking each picture that you use and it's taking every little detail that's on that picture and putting it as a graph. Where PC Stitch, you can change it. So it doesn't have to be, you could change the color, you could change those little shadows, and you can make it so that it does not show every last one of those stitches. So this is something that I did back in the days, and I'm only showing this because it's horrible. This is something that I learned from. This is not a good graph at all. This is something that I found on Pinterest. Ladies and gentlemen, do not use Pinterest graphs. Do not. This is an example of a Pinterest graph. This did not come out good. So if you see my work now versus this, it will be so much clearer.
That's what mine looks like.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to fix that, okay? So anytime you need a graph, I will hook you up, okay? We're going to fix that.
We have a couple people that was drinking. I pulled this up. You guys probably already read it, but just where'd it go? We got Charlotte said she was a little bit tipsy. She's on her third glass of rosé. This for me is glass 2. I got like a little smidgen in the bottom. You're slacking. This is only glass 1.
Well, he added a little bit more to it. That's it. Just a little bit more.
Usually by the time I get off my live stream, I'm stuttering my words a little bit.
Yeah.
What? Oh.
You are funny.
I'm weird. This is my glass of courage. See, you're naturally entertaining. You have so much information. You're like a natural on camera. This is you. This is your playground. Me, this is my courage.
Aww.
This is what gets me online. Let me fill up. Number 3. All right.
Drink to that
for you. It is from our friend Elise. All right. Can we send you a picture to convert into a graph until we learn how to use the software?
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for.
Everybody, her Etsy is down below. Is it better to do an email or Etsy? Probably email you.
Either or. Email, Etsy. I'll get back to you at my earliest convenience. And if you do not have a picture, sometimes people don't have a picture and they have an idea in their head. Just tell me your idea and I can make it pop.
Okay. Now, usually I end this at an hour, but now I want to hop into the business aspect of it because you are a gem, a treasure trove of information. Stuff I thought I knew how to do because I've been doing this for years. You're coming up with like brand new stuff. So we had our first question about more of crochet business more than Afghan. I guess still Afghan. But Lenny says, how do you charge for your work? Or how would you charge for a Graphghan blanket?
Okay, so I do have a video on that. It's on my YouTube channel. So what I started doing was I have a base price. So when I start my baby blanket, say if I'm doing a baby blanket for like a stroller or a crib or something, I have a base price and I start with that base price, maybe 100, 150. But then I would maximize my price by adding certain things. You guys, you have to understand, non-crocheters don't know what we do. So because they don't realize that we can actually make anything on yarn, that's how I am able to maximize my price. So I would say, do you want how many colors? Do you want a name? Do you want a picture? What is the baby shower? If it's a baby, what is the baby shower? What is the invitation? And then I would do a couple of samples because, again, they don't know that I can do this, or they don't realize that I can like make or create a picture. So I will do samples and I'll do a couple of samples. And then that's when they're like, okay, I need to get this. Even if their budget was like maybe 150, their budget starts to change because they see the stuff that can be done. And if they're about to have a baby, oh yes, sky is the limit. And that's what we do.
Okay.
Price.
What do you say to the person who just started, who wants to sell crochet or just started crocheting? I set up an Etsy page and I'm not getting any sales. And that's all they've done. They set up an Etsy page and a Facebook page and they haven't made any sales. Why haven't they?
First of all, before I answer, Janet,
we missed somebody?
Janet.
Where we at? Oh my
Janet.
goodness. Wait, ooh, we got all the whistles.
Yes, Janet. All right. You're going to get a couple of graphs.
Wait, I'm going to pull this up so everybody can see. Here we go. Here we go. Jeanette, thanks for this. I love you, Leisha, and I'm so excited to meet the creative Stitch N Diva. I have crocheted for 45 years and continue to learn from artists like the both of you. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Thank you.
You are so awesome.
Okay. Etsy.
Oh, yeah.
So it took me a while to get where I'm at. Don't think that it took overnight. It did not. Consistency was the key. I've been doing those graphs for a minute, and only people in my group were able to see those graphs. What I decided to do was do stuff that was different. Research. No one do research these days. And that's exactly what you told me a while ago when I inboxed you. You said research. And you also enlightened me on something that I didn't know, and that is SEO.
Yes.
You enlightened me on that. So the search engine optimization is key. And that helped me 110% with my Etsy. I literally just showed my Etsy account to my mom and my sisters because they actually saw my growth from when I first started to now, where I'm getting so many orders now. Like they're just buying like crazy. And it's because I strategically add those tags. So I know that Miss Little John Yarns is superior from me. So because she's superior, I need to make long tail tags.
Yeah.
So because I do that, that helps me 100% as well. Not only am I almost the only Graphghan chick, I also am not the only grapher. So because I'm not the only grapher, I tend to put certain tags that other graphers are not putting. So if you look me up on Google, my Etsy automatically comes up. If you put in exactly, cheers. Yes, I like to also do different things, and I do not discriminate on any picture. So a lot of photos, a lot of pictures, a lot of people ask me, can I do or can I make? Yes, I will do it. And I did like a All Lives Matter. I did Black Lives Matter. I do African American. I do Caucasian. I do Canadian flags. I do all of it because I believe all of us need to have that itch for crocheting and making crafts. And if it is familiar to you and if it grabs you, then I am ready to make it for you.
Okay, I got a question for you. Like, where do you see the most of your income coming from? From Etsy, from Facebook, from selling apps? Where do you sell?
Okay, so the most income that I make is coming from my crochet business.
Mm-hmm.
The blankets that I make
So custom orders.
basically is what is making it rain for me. That's
Where
what
do you find those customers?
Okay, so my customers, a lot of them I don't even know. I just finished New Orleans Saint. I have no idea who this man is, and let me tell you something. He saw that one picture that I sent him. He said, "Okay, can I order another one?" So not other crochet sister, she said that she didn't want to do it, so she sent him my way. So a lot of other crocheters who don't have the time or can or feel like they can't, they will come my way. I am on Instagram. Instagram, they are flooded. But the key is I used to give away. So what I did was I would target groups, fraternities, social groups, fraternities, sororities. I target them because they love personalized customizations. They love it. So I have a sister who's in Jack and Jill. Her kids are in Jack and Jill. She's also AKA. She has sisters that's Zeta and Delta. So what I did was I made her something. I made my niece something. I made them the hat and the scarf for Jack and Jill. As soon as my niece wore that hat and scarf and they wore the mommy and me, all those other ones, the actual group decided to purchase something because their member had a baby, so their group purchased from me an actual blanket, and then that was like a snowball effect, and then other members want to purchase from me, and then other friends of them want to purchase from me, so it's like a snowball effect. I did in the beginning do like gifts, and I give it on purpose because I know if I'm giving it to someone who has like a group or they're in a group and they're gonna wear it, that person is gonna buy from that person, and that person is gonna buy, and then that friend is gonna buy. Baby showers. Oh my gosh, baby showers, key. I always give like a bunch of my cards, my business cards for baby showers, because once they go show my blankets, everybody's like, where did you get that from? Where did you get that from?
Yep.
And that's how I make money from that too.
You know what, guys? If you want to make, I've ran into a lot of people that come to me like, Alicia, how do you make money? You have to be willing to give away something of yourself for free. I'm not saying undercharge yourself, but as in her, you have a free Facebook class. You're giving away this free information. So therefore, people recognize you as a knowledgeable individual. So anything that you sell, I'm going to trust you. Or items that you give away, your custom orders that you, like I said, you give away something small. They see it, and other people come to you. Don't be afraid to give a little piece of yourself away. That's the key. Nobody's going to trust you. You can't come out the gate and say, I'm charging $500. My work is that good. You know what? Nobody knows that your work is that good.
Let's give a shout out to Salitha Nesbitt and Sandra Morrison, because they're getting some grass.
Yeah, we got a $4.99. Who's the other one? I missed it. How did I miss you? I'm so sorry. We'll give you balloons too. Cheers. Oh man, I am sweaty. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Oh, and like I say, if you have a question, please put it in exclamation points so I can see and ask, because I don't want to miss anything. But we had a cheers from Victoria, Charlotte, and TDSM. So cheers. Thank you for the super chat donation. Ooh, let me scroll through here and see if I missed. Oh, there was somebody that asked if you crocheted anything naughty. Where is that?
I do.
Wait, I want to pull her up so I don't want her to feel like she left out. Oh, I can't find it. But what have you crocheted naughty?
So my Etsy used to be Naughty Diva.
Really?
It used to be Naughty Diva. So I had naughty graphs in there. But then Etsy started to take away some of my naughty stuff because it was a little bit too naughty. So what I did
it's okay. No kids are watching this. What was it?
So it was a lot of fingers, like Hello Kitty giving a finger, or Mickey Mouse giving a finger, or it was like positions. It was yeah, it was a lot of that, and it was a little too naughty for Instagram, so they took it off. But that's what I used to do. I used to do the Naughty Diva, and I just started to add all of my graphs to it. So yes, I do have those. I made a couple of pillows, and I did it as like a gift for like people that was fun.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, this is what they probably see, that you have the knitting machine in the back. Do you graph with your knitting machine? Yeah, can you?
But I'm gonna learn. How about that? I already started teaching myself how to do certain things on there. Watch me learn how to do that. I guarantee you I'm gonna learn. I actually, when I first got it, the first thing I said is, I'm gonna learn how to put pictures on it. That's the first thing.
I mean, I know how to switch colors, but I don't know how well my color switch is. It probably leaves like knots in it. But if you guys do not know what she has, well, it's probably easier for you to pull yours out. Are you able to pull yours down? So
yeah.
Well, you probably can describe, what is this thing?
This one is, because I have two of them. I think this one, the other one is the Centra, but this one is the loops and thread, I think it is. Yeah. So this is not the Cadillac. This is the little baby one.
I got the Cadillac. Oh, the Cadillac in the corner. While you show yours, I'll pull out my Cadillac.
Yeah, this one is the baby one because I never knew how to use it. Yeah, that's the one I want to graduate to.
This is the Cadillac. It's nice. But go ahead.
That's what I want to graduate to. But this one, they just make like regular hats, scarves, and headbands and stuff like that. But I do want to make, that's something that I am going to teach myself how to do, is put a graph hand on it. I'm gonna do it. Watch.
I was going to bring up, I'm going to pull up a screenshot so people know exactly what those little knitting machines can make. Let's see. Streamer to share my side. Am I sharing my screen now? Here we go. Share screen. Oh, Lord, it is hot. I'm dying. Here we go. Now I got my screen shared. Here we go. Addie Express. This is what the knitting machine can do. I have a couple of patterns on that. If you go anywhere on my YouTube, actually, here's one of my patterns right here. Here we go. There's one of my patterns. You can make a lot of things on here.
I made one of your headbands. Yep, I did. I made one of your headbands with that.
Actually, let me be selfish and put up Little John yarns.
You have a couple of them for the machine.
There we go. Here's my patterns on the AliExpress. You can make a hat in under 20 minutes. You can make a headband in like 10 minutes. If you can't knit, I can't knit to save my life. But these are all the things that you can make on this knitting machine. Let me pull back up to
and it's quick.
Quick. All you do is, let me pull mine up.
It's quick.
You crank, and it knits little stockinettes, tubes, and panels. And you just, I crochet them.
I just didn't know how to like cast off. I didn't know how to do that. But you know, I research. I do all my research, and I looked it up to how to do that. But other than that, it's real easy. But I guarantee you, I'm gonna learn how to do a Graphghan on it. Question before that one. There was a question, Miss Diva. How long did it take you to get comfortable making Graphghans? It took me at least about 2 to 3 years because, like I just showed you, I didn't like how the boat was looking, and there was a couple of other things that I didn't like how it looked because.
Is it frozen? You're frozen. I don't know if it's frozen on anybody else's. I'm gonna pull it up on YouTube to see if it's frozen.
Okay.
Okay, you're back. You're not frozen anymore. What were you saying?
So if you want to charge a good amount, you want your images to look crisp and clean and quality, and you want to know what you're actually making. So that's why I did a good amount of crocheting and then graphing and then crocheting and graphing just till I got to where I'm at now. And that took me, I'm gonna say, about 3 to 4 years.
Okay, we got another question. Here we go. Have you ever done an image? Oh, sorry, my phone just turned on. Turn off.
Mine.
Have you ever had to do any image that you ethically didn't believe in?
Yes.
What was it? I'll after you tell this, I'll tell you a story where I sold my soul for some money too. It's okay. Go ahead.
And this was a couple of years ago. I did a Confederate flag, and I also did a presidential one. And the presidential one was for a hat. And I also did, well, this wasn't ethically, I didn't have no problem doing Blue Lives Matter. That's actually in my Etsy. I did Blue Lives Matter. So yes, I have done it, but there's certain things that I feel you shouldn't even ask.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. It's certain things, like I did the Confederate flag, but I don't know if I kind of would do it again. But this was done like years ago. And there's certain things that I just feel like, why would you even ask me to do? But other than that, yeah, I've done some because I do believe that freedom of speech. I do believe freedom of speech. I do believe that some, you know, everyone has different opinions, and that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna do certain things. But I do have a limit.
Yeah,
I do have a limit.
My Sell My Crochet Soul story was a couple years ago. My husband, he got into a car accident. A teenager had hit him head on while she was on her cell phone. So he was out of work for a couple of months. And somebody a man who didn't crochet happened to watch my crochet YouTube channel. He ordered these hats, and all he requested was for me to be on camera crocheting them. I knew it was weird. but I needed some money. My husband was out of work, and it was a custom order. What he was paying for me to crochet these hats. Forgive me, crochet God. I did it.
What?
Does that make me a crochet prostitute? I'm not sure.
The crazy thing is, that's what I was thinking. Like, is that a fetish? Like, maybe it was a fetish, but I don't see that as being real bad. I think I would have fun doing it.
Oh no, I didn't know. I didn't make the tutorial sexy or nothing. It was just my hands. And the funny thing about my hands, I see all these women who do like crochet tutorials. They have such beautiful manicured fingers.
I don't.
My fingers are gnawed to pieces.
I don't. I don't have. I'm sorry. I think you should be looking at the yarn and the hook, not my fingers.
Yeah, I make sure they're clean. When I wash my hands before my tutorial.
Right.
Other than that, I'm like, you don't care my fingers aren't pretty.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is your go-to thing before? Like, do you have a ritual before you crochet?
Like a ritual?
Yeah, I have a ritual. So I would put lotion on, depending on what I'm doing. I would put like oil for right before you're about to crochet. Like when you pull out your stuff and you're about to put that hook on through the yarn and start crocheting, what do you do right before it? So my aunt always told me wash my hands. That's number one, especially when you're doing white yarn. But something else I do is I put lotion on or oil on my hands. And I just wanted to know if I was weird or did anybody else do that?
I wash my hands, but I've never put lotion or oil on. But when I do my video tutorial, I do put lotion on because I don't have pretty hands. I at least want to get the dry spots off my fingernails, and I'll like clean off my fingers. I'm like, it's summertime. I'm in a garden, so my fingernails are like black. I gotta do tutorials, so I'm always like,
I can't tell.
cleaning. But I think people like you or people who actually want to watch the tutorial aren't looking at my fingernails. They're looking at the stitches.
Right.
Whew, okay, I didn't breathe. Anybody, if you have any questions, remember, put exclamation points in front of your question and we'll be able to see it. And also, if you would like to donate via Super Chat, you'll see a little $sign to this side or down below if you're on your mobile. And when you donate, one of these alarms will go off. And what will you do if somebody donates through Super Chat?
I will give you some. And if you don't know how to use it, I will teach you. Miss Daniels asked a question. She said, I just jumped in here really fast and quick. Where can I go to learn how to do Graphghans for a complete beginner? My class. I have Graphghan University, and this class is on Facebook. And this class, I guarantee you, will teach you whatever you need to know.
We have a couple people that usually put lotion on. We got some Bobby B. We have, who else said that? Oh, can I pronounce this? Shaleather? Thank you. Is that your girl?
That's my girl.
Okay, I don't do lotion or oil, but it makes my yarn drag. I always wash first. Ooh. Oh, did I put somebody else? Oh, how do you handle people who want crochet items for free?
I don't get a lot of those family. Family. But I don't like other people who are my supporters. No, never for free. But family, free or discount. And how do I handle them? I always tell them, and my mom gets mad at me, but I always do my paid customers first. So a lot of times they would say, well, I'll pay just because they want to be on my list. So they go, I'll pay.
Oh, we have a super chat. Woo! Thank you so much. Cheers.
I got another class.
Woo! I needed them bubbles. They cooled me off a little bit. It's getting hot in here. I'm dying. We did have some questions. Let me scroll back a little bit.
Yeah.
Here we go. Is this one? Miss Diva, has anyone ever requested a refund? If so, how do you handle it?
Okay, a while ago, someone did ask for, and this was like maybe 4 years ago. What happened was the size was a difference. So when I first started making Graphghans, I would use the Pinterest graphs, and I would put the graphs together to make my own thing. So when I made her first graph, it was a little larger. The second one, I changed my prices because now I'm doing my own graphs and I'm doing something different. So my prices were changed, and I charge way more than what I charged her previously. And she got kind of upset because it was smaller, but the price was more. So she thought that the blanket was going to be bigger because I charged more.
Yeah.
And she ripped me into a couple of pieces because she said that's bad business. And I explained to her that I grew more, and then she could tell the difference in the quality. And she said, I like the picture, but it's not the right size. If I'm going to pay for this, it needs to be a bigger size. So I asked her, "You want me to do it over?" And she said, "No, I want my money back." But what I did, I didn't give her the whole money back. I basically gave her $30.
Yeah.
And that's how I handled that. But yeah, that was fixed. She still order.
For
I
me,
wasn't going to do it, but she still order.
for me, I've never had anybody request a refund, but I have had a customer who just was not happy, where I had to frog the item so many times because what they wanted, they showed me a picture of a non-crochet item. And as a designer, we try to get it as close as possible. But listen, this ain't crochet. It was something small as a hat. It wasn't as big as a blanket. But my hats at the time were like $35, which I still think is cheap because a man can buy a fitted hat for $40 and not thinking that. That's another story. But how many times I had to frog it? This hat was $150. It was just let's see.
Goodness.
We got another question for you. What was the hardest image you ever had to Graphghan?
Oh, don't remind me. It was a polo bear.
Really?
A polo bear, because you have to also understand I'm taking images that people give me. So sometimes people give me a screenshot. And a lot of times I don't even use their image. I do my own image searching and stuff, or I will have my son, because he actually draws. I have my son draw. And so I would do it that way. But that particular one was just so crazy because of the colors, and sometimes they don't want that American flag on the sweater for the polo, Ralph Lauren. They don't want the American flag, they want something else. And then that particular person wanted an image that just was not going to fit on the sweater. So yeah, that one gave me nightmares.
Crafty Cat said, oops, sorry for the bad memories.
But don't be sorry, because that is my #1 seller.
Yeah. Oh, the people complain about the prices. This is from Liz.
No. Because like I said, what I do is I give them that base price, and I will maximize my price based off of me just saying, do you want extra colors? So it's like a la carte. That's what I kind of do, a la carte. So if you want this or you want that, you just got to pay a little bit more. And once they finish, then they realize, okay, that is a little bit much, but I don't care. I want it. And that's how they don't complain. I did have one complaint, but this was like years ago. And she said, oh, I can go to Walmart and get it. And I'm like, okay, go to Walmart. And then she wound up coming to me back and said, well, can you make it? Because you can't go to Walmart to get what I'm making.
No, you can't. I am so tired of people. Well, I remember somebody came to me. Remember, what was it? 4 years ago when the mermaid blankets were very popular? I think I charged about, to me, it's still cheap. It was $140 or $50 for a mermaid blanket. And they looked at me like I was like robbing a bank. They're like, I can get this on Wish for like $19.99. I'm like, you go ahead and get that on Wish. Go ahead. Watch it fall apart to many pieces. You're supporting a sweatshop. Might as well, instead of supporting a businessman who's going on vacation on a yacht, why don't you support hand makers, homemade people like us who are putting shoes on our kids' feet.
Right.
What
But
do you
let me
do?
tell you one thing that I kind of don't have problems with when it comes to that. There are a lot of things out there that they say, oh, I could like Fashion Nova. If people who make clothes, they should know that Fashion Nova makes a lot of crochet items. But what I do give my customers is I try to do things different. That's what they call me, creative Stitch N Diva. I try to do things a little bit different. So when it comes down to those mermaid things, I actually had a customer who wanted a mermaid tail for her daughter's birthday. But what I did was I made it into a dress. So it was a mermaid dress for her daughter, so that because her daughter needed to walk. So I didn't understand, how could you have something like this for her birthday? So I made it so that she was able to walk. So I just make it different. Is you hot too, yeah? Well, I just made it different. And for everyone, I make it a little bit different so that everyone knows that you can't go to Wish, you can't go to Walmart and get these things. I can make it so that you have it and only you have it. And I try to make everybody something that is just theirs personally.
Okay, we have another one. Do you ask for partial payment up front, or what do you do?
When it comes to my regular supporters, I call them my supporters. When it comes to my regular supporters, I do ask for like 50%. But if it's someone I do not know, I would ask for upfront, like all of it up front. But 9 times out of 10, I would ask for 50%.
Okay. 1 second. My daughter's leaving for work. Give me a kiss. Love you. Be safe.
Oh, bye.
Bye. Jada said bye. Oh, good. You smell like cinnamon and like vanilla. What is that? Lotion in my room. Lotion? Okay. Lotion in your room.
Aw.
Love you. Be safe. She's off to work.
Aw.
Oh, we have another question. Sorry. Here we go. Creative Stitches. I don't do Facebook or have anymore to do your class. So is there any other way to do your class other than Facebook?
Yeah, so fortunately for you, I am going to start doing the class. I just was talking to my class about this yesterday. I'm like, I have a YouTube page. Why don't I just use my YouTube page? So yes, I'm going to start using my YouTube page for my classes.
Yay! Let me see. Any more? Oh, okay. I have another question, but anybody, we're going to be wrapping this up soon. So I'm all moist from my spray bottle. Anybody else have any other questions? Ask now, because we're going to be wrapping up soon. This one's from Crafty Chat. She says, disappeared. How do you save cash on yarn for your business?
Easy. I buy when they're on sale. We do. My friends give. So it was something I put on Instagram not too long ago, and I put something like it was a face that I made in one of my lives, and I was going like this in my lives, and so I just put a caption on top, basically saying, "Stop playing and buy me some yarn," and I got 4 big boxes of yarn right here.
Wow.
Like I get yarn from many people. So for my birthday, everybody asks, what do you want? Yarn. For Christmas, what do you want? Yarn. Gift cards for yarn. And that's what I did. So I have all of this yarn that I buy when it's on sale. If I have gift cards, you stack up your coupons, and I have a good coupon chick. She's a coupon guru, and I go to her, and then I have someone who works at Michael's, and then I have someone who works at Joanne, and so I network with these people so that I know when the sales are going to happen, and I know when I can start stacking on coupons, and that's when I buy all my yarn. Not when I need it, but when I don't need it, so that when I get my orders, 9 times out of 10 I already have it.
Yeah, I got to add on this one. I know Joanne Fabrics, they changed some of their coupon, the way they do their coupons. I used to go in there. I used to make the cashier cry. I used to come in there with a Hobby Lobby coupon. I used to come in there with a Michael's coupon. I used to come in there with a I was coming in, I was stacking coupons and getting yarn for cheap. They used to hate me. The people behind me in line used to be like, why don't you hurry up? I'm like, I'm taking my time.
What? You gotta do what you gotta do.
I used to kill them with coupon, but they changed a lot of their coupon policies. And if you're watching this on the replay, it's not in there now. I'm gonna leave a link in the description box for anybody who wants to buy yarn for cheap online. I created a whole blog list of, I believe, at least 10 websites where you can get yarn extra cheap. So I'll remember to do that right after that. Let's see if we have any more questions before we wrap up. Let's see. Oh, Elise, let me pull her up.
Elise is ready. She's ready.
This is our new girl. Hey, Elise, you spell your name almost like mine. As you can see, mine is Alysha. So, Elise, have you ever tried ice yarns to make your projects? Have you?
I did. I made, I think, a hat with it. I made like small projects, nothing huge, just like little small things. So if it was a hat or a headband, I did a couple of headbands with like names on it, or I add a picture on it, but nothing huge.
Yeah. This is just something I had to post. Anonymous Amy, I feel you. My husband just saw my stash I've been hiding in the back of the bedroom. Oh, that's a question for you. Do you have a stash that your man don't know about? Or
no.
You're okay
he
about
knows everything because he is so like supportive. Like I never had a significant other that actually understands my yarn habit, or like he actually witnesses me crochet, and how if I wake up in the morning and I say I'm gonna make $500 today, he actually witnessed me do it. So he like respects me to the fullest, because when I say I'm gonna do it, I do it.
That's amazing. See, my husband, he supports me, but he's never complained about the yarn I have in my house, but I still have a yarn shame. Does that make sense? Because
Yes.
I got like, let's say I have a project to make. I have to buy yarn, even though I have 500 skeins, I don't have black yarn. I don't have 2 skeins of red yarn. So therefore I still have to go to the store.
Yep.
And I feel guilty. My kids are like, Mom, why do you need more yarn? I'm like, because I don't have black yarn.
They don't understand that part. They don't understand that part. So I try to do inventory like maybe every other month. So I do inventory based off of the graphs that I have. So if I start posting certain graphs, I know that may be a big seller for me. So that's when I start like doing my inventory. So I'll know at least I could start it. And then if I need to order more, I will order more.
That's awesome. All right. I guess we can wrap up here. We've been chit-chatting. Usually I only let this go for an hour, but you've made this like super easy that we squeezed like an extra 40 minutes out of it. So guys, thank you for joining me and Stitch N Diva. She has a YouTube channel. Everybody, as soon as this live stream stops, please click on her channel. We're going to get her to 1,000 subscribers.
I only need like 16.
I'm 16, but I want there's 123 people watching right now. Right now, yes, please, when we get off this live stream, click on her YouTube channel and subscribe right now. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And I'll see you all next week on the very next live stream. I think next live stream, we're going to be talking about business and motivation. All right, guys, see you later.
Bye.